Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, The Cosmic Parent. I hope you have been getting a rough idea on how to practice respectful parenting with your children at home and even outside. Today I'm going to be talking about a very special topic to me, that is how to deal with the feeling of loss, grief, say separation anxiety in children. This is something that even we are very afraid about, and we feel since children will start feeling upset and start crying, we don't want to leave them. And we have doubts about whether we need to leave them, whether we can go outside or not. And that is why I'm going to be talking about this today. Think about it. When we leave our child to go, say, to the toilet or to the kitchen to get some work done, or later on to the thought of whether we need to resume back work, whether we can leave our child to go back to office, these are the first experiences of loss or separation that a child experiences, even as a baby. And we see these feelings heighten between the months of, say, 12 to around 24 months, which is when babies are acutely aware of their parents leaving them and going somewhere, and which is when they will suddenly start crying and feeling very upset when you are going somewhere. So, having said that, those are the first experiences of loss that infants have. And how are we going to help them deal with it? Think about it. As adults, what are some of the messages that you have heard about grief and loss? Yes, you would have heard these messages, some of these unhealthy messages like don't think about it, distract yourself, put your mind into something else, don't be sad, don't be mad, don't cry, right? All these messages, what do they tell you? That you need to forget about it, and ultimately it doesn't lead to complete resolution of the issue. So it leaves you with the feeling that is lingering somewhere, and ultimately it keeps festering, and it shows up at some other time to some other person in some other much exaggerated way, because the truth is that we haven't dealt with that loss at all in the first place. And when that feeling festers, the hurt continues for a longer time, and we end up feeling as victims. And this is what happens for children too. How can we help them deal with this feeling of loss? Well, the idea is to help them deal with it naturally, the way it occurs when these situations occur in everyday life, without doing it behind their backs. So the truth is that we can tell our children that, you know what, I am going to be there with you at some time, at some points in time. And when I am with you, I'm going to try to be there 100% for you. Say, like when I am bathing you, or I am feeding you, or I am sometimes playing with you, or I'm talking to you before I put you to bed. These are the times that I'm going to be there 100% only for you. And there will be some other times when both of us are in the same room together, but we will both be doing our own things, and that is also okay. And yet there will be other times when I really will have to separate from you, when I will have to leave you and go, say to the beauty parlor, or say for exercise, or say to the toilet, or say to get some housework done, or later on when I resume work, yes, I will have to get back to office. And that is also okay. You know what? You are allowed to be mad at me. And when you are mad at me, I really want you to share those feelings with me. So I'm not going to leave you without informing you. I'm not going to sneak behind your back. I want to let you know when I'm going to go away. And when I tell you that, I know you're going to be mad at me, and I'm fine with that. I want you to be comfortable enough to tell me what you feel. And I'm going to accept you with all those gamut of emotions. And you know what, parents, what happens when we give this freedom to children is that they grow up without any fear of sharing their deepest, darkest, most uncomfortable emotions. Think about it. If as adults you have all these emotions of, say, sadness, disappointment, greed, jealousy, and if you would be able to talk about this to someone without telling you, you know what, you're a bad person for feeling all these things, wouldn't you feel so much lighter? Which is exactly how children will feel too. So when we are going to be leaving them and they are going to be crying, what they are actually trying to say is, hey, I don't like the decision that you are taking, or I don't approve of the fact that you wish to leave me and go. I want you to be with me. And if we can hold space there and say, okay, I understand that, but you know what? I need to get this done, and so I'm going to go. So if we are able to acknowledge, then your child is going to be able to grow up fearlessly, having the full confidence to openly share his feelings with you. And imagine when he is an adolescent and he is going to be having a life of his own. And if at that point, if he has the courage to come and share his life with you, how wonderful that would be. And how confident you would feel as a parent at that point. So the secret is to start as early as you can. And to coming back to how you can actually leave your child confidently, well, it's simple. You decide where you need to go, and then you inform your child either prior or before you go. You say, you know what, Zara, I need to go to the toilet now. I'm going to be back. And expect your child is going to be upset and he's going to cry. And so your child cries, and so you say, Zara, yes, I know you don't want me to go, but I'm going to be right back. I'm leaving now. And so you separate yourself from the child, walk confidently, don't turn back and give a second glance, which means your child will perceive that as you being unsure. So you walk confidently, and your child will continue to bang the door perhaps of the toilet. Talk from inside and give reassurance that yes, I heard you. I know you didn't want me to leave you. I know you want me to be back and you wish me to be there with you all the while. I hear you. If you acknowledge this, this is going to help you deal with your child's emotions in a much healthier and respectful way. So you come back, and when you return, your child is going to be more upset with you. So his crying is going to be even louder, because it is him telling you that I am really upset, and it is him complaining to you that he doesn't approve of your decision. He didn't like the choice that you made of having left him behind. So I encourage parents to not sneak behind their children's backs, to talk to them honestly, to connect with them, to allow them to feel their feelings and share them openly with you. Because you really have nothing to be afraid. These are just emotions that everyone feels, that you and I, all of us feel. Happy parenting, friends. Bye-bye. Before that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.